Yeah, it was a big break. It was very needed. I think mentally more than anything. Obviously, had a lot that I dealt with at the games and through the games and then post games, and so it was a whirlwind of emotions, you know, highs and lows. But super blessed with the outcome. To come away with a gold medal was crazy still, and so in a world record. But it was needed for me to kind of reset, you know. So we just surfed, went out with friends, hung out, and then now we're back into race shape, which is nice because obviously you guys watched Short Course Worlds, and that was a real doozy.
Olympic gold medalist Michael Andrew threw down some serious speed at the Westmont Pro Swim, winning the 100 fly, 100 breast, and the 50 free. I kind of thought he'd be swimming the 400 IM, or at least training for the 400 IM. What happened there?
Worlds was canceled, and so my mind was like, oh, like I need to go fast again. And so we're back to kind of focusing on what I'm good at, what I love, but we're doing it with a little more distance, a little more yardage. And it's not that we, you know, obviously you want to finish that 2 IM well. So, but at this current juncture, it's like my focus is on speed. You know, we've only got so much time to get ready for Worlds, and with what's been happening in the world, it's like I just want to race fast and kind of not put too much focus on all these events and selections and weird things. You know, we're looking at Paris, kind of more of a long-term approach versus just Worlds right now and this and that, because who knows, everything's changing so quickly.
Michael Andrew swam 100 breast, 200 IM, and 50 free in Tokyo at the Olympic Games. Will he target the same 3 events for Paris?
It's a good question. We haven't analyzed it as much in that perspective in terms of, because obviously like they're my 3 bread and butter races, so I feel like I'm not going to step away from any of them. Obviously 100 breast, that would be silly. I'm American record holder. 50 free, I've always loved that race and always will. 2 IM is like, it's in my DNA, and I've started to own it, and obviously the games, like, own it. You can't, you know, make an Olympic final and not own a race. So yeah, those are my 3. I'd love to add the 100 fly. You know, that was something that I was signed up to swim at trials and ended up not swimming it, thinking that it was, you know, necessary for my schedule. And it's probably a good idea not to. I think it would have been too much, but who knows? I mean, everything's up in the air right now. We're just focused on one day at a time, honestly.
So with that in mind, what's Michael's plan for World Champ Trials coming up in April?
Core events. I mean, our schedule doesn't really change. I was speaking with Sam Stewart earlier. It's like, you know, I want to swim the 100 free, but it's in a weird spot for the 100 breast. Like, I want to do the 2 IM, but it also messes with my 50 free. It's like, I have a really tough time because I swim so many events. And so, you know, each season I could choose a different stable of races and it worked. So I just got to kind of look at one at a time and see. And we're not quite pinned on what we're doing, but I know, you know, my 3 core and then any other stroke, like, we can do it. So I just got to figure out what schedule do we want to put on our body.
Coming off in the Olympic Games, athletes, elite athletes, make big changes. Is Michael?
Our biggest shift was we moved to Coronado. So we're still Southern California, we still love it. I'm still a crazy surf nut, but we're a little farther south and we're on the island where there's a plethora of long course pools. And that was the reason we moved. We moved because I literally wake up and I look into the long course pool every morning. And so it's an amazing setup. You know, we've got the Navy SEALs training around us, so a highly motivating place. And it's been really good for training. And obviously that was something we felt like we lacked going into Tokyo, was long course space. So that, and then not a whole lot. I mean, just constantly gaining perspective and improving. Like, that's what we do as athletes. You know, like, even after tonight's race, is stoked on the 59.0, but I'm like, dang, I wanted to be under 59. I wanted to get PD. So it's like, what can I do? And so that's what we're always doing, always improving.
Michael Andrew's always looking forward, but has he taken time to process the Olympic experience?
Well, there was a lot that we processed, you know, post-Olympics. I recognize, you know, you have people talk about kind of that post-Olympic depression type feeling where you're on such a high, you know, you're in a space with the most elite athletes in the world for such a long period of time, and then you leave that and you're just kind of like, now what? So it was hard, but it's nice now. Like, I'm at a point where I look back and I see the blessings, I see the lessons, I see the highs, the lows, the wins, the losses, and I kind of recognize that it was really just another swim meet. At the end of the day, it's like I'm not beholden to those performances, and now I have something to look forward to. Obviously, Paris is not far away. We have 5 world champs in the next 5 years, I think it is. So we got plenty of racing to do and a lot to keep us busy, which is nice because I love racing. I love racing, I love traveling. You know, we've been focusing on the academy, which is coming out soon, so the MA Swim Academy is coming out. You know, lots of exciting things outside of the whole Olympic campaign that I'm just kind of stoked on. It's like, you know, it sets us up nicely for the rest of the career, which is, I mean, we're just getting started. The MA Swim Academy, Michelangelo Swim Academy, it's our club name as well, but basically what it's going to be is going to be a subscription-based platform where we take all of the knowledge, all the things we've learned, all of our failures, all of our successes, put it into a platform where people can now learn. They have courses that they can go through, but then what's more exciting is beyond that in the courses is we'll have an ongoing webinars, like live access to me and my dad. You'd be able to join the MA Swim Academy and race with me and have MA Swim Academy merch. And so we create this community family around USRPT and race-based training and, you know, psychology, nutrition, all of it, all encompassing. And the passion behind it, the idea was, I don't want to wait until the end of my career to put something in place. I'd like to grow with people and help, you know, like I've learned a lot already, but we got so much more and I want to be able to kind of teach as we go, not just wait until the end.